This is Chris the Nightmare Arreola, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? So let me go. I'm gonna try to keep this short as possible. So I know I'm gonna miss some things, but I'm keeping this short. All right. So I dropped my Luis Ortiz. You know, he's looking for a new promoter, trying to get out of his Golden Boy contract situation. All right. So I was leaving some comments, and this guy, shouts out to him, Top Cat. You know, I'm glad that you came to the video, and I like conversing about the heavyweight scene. All right. So I love when people leave comments, and I usually don't leave long comments, but I left a few to him, and I want to just elaborate on some of these comments and just talk about it instead of trying to type it because I can't get everything I want to say. All right, but I was making a comment to somebody else. They were making some points about Ortiz, you know, thinking that this might not be a good move for him to find a different promoter. So I told that guy, and then this one, Top Cat, this commenter was coming behind my comments, leaving comments. So I'm going to read what we were saying to each other, now I'm going to elaborate. All right, so I was telling somebody else, good points. I think Heyman or Hearn could work some magic for him because I think that Ortiz should sign with Heyman or Hearn. All right. Then I went on to say, I heard, which I have heard these from some little inside information, that Golden Boy was literally sitting around waiting for phone calls. Not much effort was, really put trying to promote Luis Ortiz. I know the narrative is absolutely no one wants to fight him. That's half true. I've heard guys like Ruiz Jr., Malik Scott, Bryant Jennings, who wants a rematch, Jarrell Miller, Tarver, Washington, and a few others say they would fight him. I'd rather see those fights instead of fights with TBA to be announced. I know those aren't the top fights we want, but damn, at least he'd be active. I guess we will see how all this plays out. Then this is where Top Cat came behind those comments. He says, all those American boxers couldn't beat the best 6 or 7 UK heavyweight boxers. 21 years old, Hughie Fury could take them all out. Deontay Wilder's the only useful heavyweight, and Luis Ortiz could probably beat him right now. The UK would be better for money and quality opponents. Then he tells me, get watching UK boxing. They got better style and more interesting, and the Gypsy fighters have their own style. UK has the best boxing, okay? Then I said, those aren't facts, though. We don't know who could beat who until they fight. Anthony Joshua proved he can beat Martin in Brazil. I'm not sure Chisora, Hughie Fury, Price, White, Cornish, Allen, Sexton, etc. could just absolutely wash Brazil, Miller, Mansour, Washington, Bryan, Jennings, Taverne, Ruiz Jr., Molina, Scott, etc. Like it's easy work. I'd rather see the fights instead of just favoring one side. I believe there is good upcoming talent everywhere right now. Germany, New Zealand, Poland, Canada. There is good money to be made with either Heyman or Hearn. UK has 3 of the 4 titles. Hell, just a few months ago, USA had 2 of the titles. Talking about the heavyweight division. I think the division is wide open for anyone. AJ, Wilder, Fury, Ortiz, Parker, Povetkin, Hay. We just need to see the fights. Then he goes on to say, if you take out Stavern, and he's not even American, take out Cornish, Sexton, David Allen would beat half of them. Then Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Dillian White, David Hay, David Price, and 21-year-old, he keeps saying Fury's 21-year-old, I know that, could beat the rest of them. Mansour, Bryan, Ruiz, Molina, Washington, and Miller, who looks like his legs don't want to move, aren't really going to do much. Again, that's opinion. When you say Poland, then Artur Szpilka, Mariusz Wach would be above the American fighters you said. Okay, no, when I say Poland, not only am I talking about now this is me responding. When I say Poland, I'm not just talking about Mariusz Wach and Artur Szpilka. I'm talking about Krzysztof Zimnoch, Andre Wawrzyk, whose only loss was to, who did he lose to? Povetkin. And I'm also talking about Izzy Ogano. Okay, so I go deep with this, man. I'm not sure if you're new to my channel, but you want to debate with me about this current heavyweight landscape, man, I go deep. I'm just going to put it that way as far as it comes to watching these fighters, all right? Then he goes on to say, New Zealand haven't got much but Joseph Parker. Okay, that's your opinion. I like Junior Fa and I like Hemi Ahio. And even if you want to go to Australia, I like Willis Meehan too. I think the kid has heavy hands. Junior Fa is somebody I'm keeping an eye on out of New Zealand. So, no, I'm not just talking Joseph Parker. Maybe you are, but not me. All right, then he says, but he won't be able to handle the best UK boxers, and UK got Hughie Fury at 21. Okay, I know Hughie Fury is 21, man. Ready to take over from Tyson when he gets older, and Hughie Fury is better than Tyson Fury was at the age of 21. Okay, that's debatable. Hughie Fury, I'm not sure he's ready to take over. He won't even take a fight with Dillian White. And there's some other guys I've heard him turn down fights against. I like Hughie. I've done videos on Hughie like a year ago, man. So I'm not sleep on him. I know all about Hughie Fury. I think he's one of the best prospects out there. I've even said he's one of the top 5 prospects. So I know all about Hughie Fury, my man. Then I go on to say, yeah, and I pretty much was saying things that I'm saying now. Then I told him, look, man, not sure if you're new to my channel, but I cover more than American and UK heavyweight scene. I've done over 70 prospect watch videos worldwide, and also did videos on Nathan Gorman, Cash Ali, and Nick Webb, who are also from the UK. All right, so now I know there's this thing going on with the, if you're a UK fan, you automatically hate the USA heavyweights, and USA heavyweights automatically hate. I don't do all that shit, man. But I understand where the UK is coming from right now. They're feeling themselves right now, and I get it. I think the last time I checked, there was 14 UK title holders in boxing. I think the USA has 11. I think Mexico has 9. I believe that's the title count. I get it. I get it, man. Tyson Fury has 2 of the straps. AJ has another one. They have 3/4 of the heavyweight championship. I get it. I get it. Just like in the USA, we had our glory days. Not even going too far back, but I'm an 80s baby. So I was around with Bo and, well, not Bo, but Holmes and Tyson and Weaver. You know, when the titles were getting bounced around, Witherspoon and Big John Tate and shit, man, Bone Crusher Smith, Spinks. You know, I get it. Then going into the 90s, Bo, Holyfield, I get it. We had our turn. The 70s, the 60s, I get it. We dominated. Now the UK has their turn but let's keep things in perspective. It hasn't even been a full year. Some of you UK fans act as if like you guys have been reigning champions in the heavyweights for the last like 6 years. Like, dude, we're just getting over the Klitschko era. Let's not pretend like Vladimir and Vitaly wasn't, you know, had a stranglehold on the division the last 11 years. You know what I mean? So it hasn't been a full year, my man. Like, Fury beat Vladimir last November. It's only July of a new year, you know, so let's just slow our roll a little bit, man. But now when you tell me that the top 6 UK heavyweights just beat everybody in the America, I'm not sure about that. It has to be proven. Let's just see the fights instead of assuming. You know what I mean? Now this, you know, I like my man David Allen. I think he's a tough kid with a tough chin, and he comes to fight. But let's not make David Allen like he's some world beater, man. I mean, let's just slow our roll a little bit here, man. Just slow your roll. All right, just like I don't think Jarrell Miller goes and steamrolls everybody worldwide. No, I have to see it. If you're not Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua, or maybe like a David Haye, then let's not just make it seem like everybody over in the UK beats everybody. You know, we're taking it too far here, man. You know, and Eddie Hearn, that'd be, you know, he can go out there and get good fights, Ortiz can. But he also can get good fights here with Heyman, man. I know some of you hate Heyman. I'm not one of those YouTube channels that does the whole making videos about Al Heyman if you hate him. I don't do that. Now, I'm not saying that you're in the wrong if you do those videos. I don't do those. It's just, to me, it's a waste of time. So we know he can get good fights. You'll be with Showtime. You can get PBC. PBC has different outlets, ESPN, Fox, NBC. You can fight on primetime television. When you're with Heyman, you can have access to Wilder, Washington, other fighters, Spilka, Mansour, Brazil, Martin, Glasscoff, Stavern, Molina, Ruiz Jr., Malik Scott, Oscar Rivas, Travis Kaufman, Trevor Bryan, Andre Fedosov. I know he's with Banner, but you can get a fight with him. Johan Duhaupas, he'll do business. He beat Helenius. Helenius is another one. He was a name that was being thrown around to possibly fight Wilder before he got beat by Duhaupas. If you don't know, they fought for that vacant silver WBC title. I know it's, you know, the silver WBC title that was vacated by Alexander Povetkin. You can get a fight with, I've heard David Haye say he'll come over here and fight. I've heard Usmanov say he'll fight over here. They were throwing his name around for possibly fighting Wilder. Come on, man. Now, whether you think those guys are garbage or you're going to try to nitpick all those guys or pick them off, say he's trashy, again, that's your opinion. It's your opinion. It's your opinion. You know, when Tyson Fury was getting ready to fight Vladimir Klitschko that first time, the guys in his training camp, I don't know if some of you know this or not, Hughie Fury, Young Fury, and then he had two prospects who I've done videos on over here in America, Cassius Chaney and Nick Asbury. Eddie Chambers was also in that training camp too. So I'm just saying, man, I'm not on this whole USA versus you, unless we make a rivalry and start fighting, but I'm not with just putting the UK fighters down just because I'm in the States. And I'm also not with, you know, I don't know, man, being there. I mean, you can do, UK fans, you can do what you want. USA fans, you can do what you want. But me, I don't think it's necessary, man. I'm not about to shit on all the UK heavyweights just because I'm a USA guy. And I think it's kind of corny just to shit on USA guys because the UK is booming right now and you just want to shit on all the American heavyweights. And a lot of you guys think that Charles Martin, his representation that night in the ring against Anthony Joshua, now you guys think that that's like, oh, that's American heavyweights for you. No, it's not. That's Charles Martin for you. That's him. He's his own fighter. He doesn't represent all the USA heavyweights. He doesn't. Just like I know Gary Cornish doesn't represent all the UK heavyweights. Shout out to Gary Cornish, too. He's about to have a fight with my man Dylan Carmen up in Canada. Should be a good fight. I've done 2 videos on that fight. All right, so I don't know, man. When you say things like David Allen can beat half of the US heavyweights, that just sounds crazy. I'm not sure. You say he'll beat pretty much all these guys I named. I mean, do you really think that? Really? 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 I don't think you really think that. Dillian White's a guy that I love, but I like Dillian White, man. But I'm not sure Dillian White steamrolls everybody either. From his last 2 performances, I'm not sure. He could. I'm not sure, though. But see, I want to see it. Not just say, nope, Dillian White will beat those guys. No, let's see it. Don't you want to see it? Or do you want to just assume? I'd rather see it, man. I'm a guy that I want to see the fights. Not just assume and just ride with this narrative like the UK beats everybody. But I get it. You guys have 3 of the 4 titles. You're feeling yourself. I get it, man. I get it. But let's just keep things in perspective, though. I know there's a narrative that Luis Ortiz, everybody's scared of him. Nobody wants. Like I said, man. Yes, even I came out with videos. And the videos I came out with was videos like, you know what? The guys who I want to see call Ortiz out, they're just not calling him out. Guys like Lucas Brown or when Chigaev was around. Povetkin, Wilder, Joshua, Klitschko, Tyson Fury. Those are the guys that we want to see Ortiz in there with. Those are the guys. And maybe a few other guys. Kubrat Pulev is another guy that we want to see him in there with too. Parker. But with that said, though, we can't just say nobody wants to fight him when I've heard guys say they want to fight him. Tony Thompson was a guy that talked his way into a fight with him. And I know Tony Thompson tested positive when he fought Price, but shit, he sparked him out twice. I'm just saying. And I know he tested positive, but I'm just saying it is what it is, though. Price still went to sleep. Just like Martin was trying to time the count with a smile on his face, it still happened, right? It still happened. And Erkin Tepper knocked him out, although he had some situations with him, too. And I know Price feels like he's been cheated, but I know I'm all over the place, man, but I cover so many of the heavyweights. I can talk for hours about this, man. So when you tell me that I need to watch more UK heavyweights, I'm not sure about that, bro. I watch them all worldwide. And I brought up Canada, and I brought up Germany, and you didn't say nothing about the guys there. You know, the Lewandowski brothers from Germany, Ijit Kabayel, Tom Schwartz, Michiel Wallace. There's a lot of good fights. Canada, and when I say Canada, I'm talking about the up and coming kid. What's the dude's name? I think the kid's from the Ukraine, but he took his career out to Canada. What's the kid's name? Alexander Teslenko. I think he's a good up and comer. Oscar Rivas, a Colombian kid, is up over in Canada right now. Then you got Dylan Carmen, who's getting ready to fight Gary Cornish for, I believe, the British Empire title. School will be in session, man, when you talk heavyweights, this current heavyweight scene with me. And I'm just being honest with you, man. I cover it all. I watch them all. And I think a lot of this talent is neck and neck. You know what I mean? When I look at David Allen, I don't look at him like I don't know who he can beat over here in the U.S. And I'm not picking on him, but you just make it seem like David Allen and Hughie Fury just run through everybody. And I'm not sure. How would Hughie Fury fight Gerald Washington? They fight pretty much the same. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who wins that fight. I'm not sure. But let's just see it, though. Let's see it. The heavyweight scene is booming and it's wide open. It hasn't been a full year, my man, that Fury and AJ have been champions. I'm all over, man. I'm gonna listen to this video. Hopefully it doesn't sound too crazy. I'm gonna most likely upload this, man. But I can talk for so long about this. Hearn or Heyman, they're both good. It's both good. It'd be good to go to either one of those guys, and you'll have your pluses and minuses, going to Hearn or Heyman. But I think these are the promoters he should go to, at least sit down with and discuss some things. Shannon Briggs, they love him over there, and he's an American fighter, and they love him over there. Shannon Briggs is another guy. Tarver's another guy that'll fight him. Then it's like, how much was Golden Boy offering these guys when they were saying that nobody will fight Luis Ortiz? Well, the guys that did say they will fight him, how much is Golden Boy offering? They're just lowballing people. Well, I don't know if that's factual, but I'm thinking they will, because every time I hear about Golden Boy, people are telling me about budget cuts. I mean, you have literally probably one of the top 5 heavyweights in the world, and you're telling me about budget cuts? Make it happen. Make it work. Get it done. Heyman or Hearn, I think, will get it done. Just my opinion, man. Let me know what you guys think. It's a long-ass video. Let me know what you think, though. I'm out.